Yes, right there.
Bare Naked Ladies, yeah! Well, we've been really good friends with Ed and, the whole team for a long time. Ed has been in Red versus Blue, which is another show that we make for like 10 years. And we've done a lot of work with them over the years. I've directed like 3 or 4 music videos for them. So I knew when we were setting out to do this that they had to be a part of it. Was really excited to have them work on it. They obviously did the song, the theme song, Lazer Team. It's not a dream. Most important battle that the planet has seen. Remember those words. So I was super jazzed about that. And then Ed, we had time to shoot that cameo with him. It was funny, in one of the early kind of edits of the movie, I had Ed on screen doing the reporter bit, and he's also singing in the background in the song. I'm like, I should maybe change this. Might be too much Robertson for one moment.
At the back, very back.
In terms of post, what type of software did you use for editing and visual effects?
For creating the visual effects?
Yeah, editing software and the effects. What did you guys use?
Editing, we ended up using Adobe Premiere. And visual effects was all over the place. I mean, there was probably, I don't know, there's 100 people who worked on the visual effects. So, Maya, 3D Studio Max, Nuke.
Whatever word.
After Effects, yeah.
Yes, there was one right there. Yep.
First, Matt, thanks for giving me the Lazer Team cup before the movie.
You deserved it.
I did, thank you.
I hope you got one of those big, crazy sodas in there.
I will.
I love the soda machines here. Those are awesome.
They don't have them down in Texas yet?
There's one.
Oh.
My question is, if you had to be stuck with one of the pieces of the power armor for the rest of your life, which would you choose, and which would you hate to have the most?
I would want the laser cod piece.
That can mean the sequel?
I think that would be good.
Is Woody ever going to eat?
Find out, Laser Team 2.
Right there.
Oh man, what was my favorite scene of film? Oh gosh, that's a good one too. What did you say? The one where Bertie almost died. No. Actually, I liked any scene where it was there was not action to film. I mean, I loved filming the action. Don't get me wrong, and that was great. But the thing that was hard about making this movie is we only had 40 days to do it, and also anything that was inside because it was freaking cold. But we only had 40 days to do it, and normally with this many stunts and everything, it'd be like an 80-day shoot. So what we had to do was we would film for 6, 7, 8 hours doing stunts and stuff, and then I would have to say, all right guys, time to do the acting part, and then we would film for another 6, 7, 8 hours doing all the dialogue. So on days where it was a big stunt day, you were exhausted before you even got to the talking. So I like the days that were kind of chill. There weren't too many of them.
What was the experience just directing the comedy scenes in terms of rhythm, working with actors that you're both familiar with and those that you weren't? I'm just wondering about your process on set.
One of the reasons we cast Colton, who plays Herman in the movie, is I love his acting. I think he's really hilarious, but he's also a great writer. Writes for Key and Peele and a bunch of other great shows. And what we would do beforehand is we would kind of huddle up together and just do a little pseudo improv, run the scene, but also figure out where can we punch stuff up. And that was great. And we would always find little extra jokes we could add in. And then, so we'd do a couple passes like that, and then we might throw in even, a couple other wacky things. So it was fun. I mean, the more time you have to work on comedy, usually the better, because the more takes you can do are great. And these guys, we didn't have a lot of time, so I thought they did awesome, really hitting the mark on, only being able to do 1 or 2 takes.
Time for 2 more questions. Right there. Technically, what was the biggest challenge?
Probably the final battle scene was the hardest technically because we couldn't have the cop car on the field, which you see in the movie. So that took a lot of like figuring out. There were so many elements to that, and the battle, it's so long, you know, it's like 20 minutes of runtime, like in one location. So making sure you have every single shot, because when you're like, we were filming on that football field, there's nothing there. You know what I mean? It's like, so like your geography and everything, like you don't have like the normal kind of like guideposts of, you know, filming a scene to work from. You just kind of have to like figure it out, and it gets kind of confusing with all the layers of visual effects and everything. So what I did for that scene was I made it beforehand, and I stole some of our animators who work at Rooster Teeth that are normally animated shows. We have a couple of animated shows, Red versus Blue and Ruby, and I just stole them for like a month and said, make this movie for me before I go make the movie so I don't fuck it up.
Right there. I'll get you. The question was about whether or not they cut Rooster Teeth jokes because you were worried that maybe they would be too inside baseball.
I don't think so. I can't think of one that we cut. It's an interesting question. No, I find there were a lot of like references that even hardcore fans don't get, and I'm like waiting for people to like notice some things that are in there. So
there was one right behind you that I was pointing at. Yeah, you're the last question. Yep.
I was gonna ask, do you actually know how many dick jokes are in your movie?
You counted the dick jokes.
I can tell you this: the MPAA is counted.
All right, thank you so much, Matt. Everyone, let's give it up to Matt. Remember to vote for the better.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting the movie. We're gonna make it.
If you guys just want to hang tight in your seats for a second, Matt and I are going to exit, but we're going to be by the escalators, by the Step and Repeat, where it says the Toronto After Dark Film Festival, and there's a little standee. If you want to meet Matt, shake his hand, tell him